into the press room for San Diego Comic-Con, which was a huge, exciting achievement. Zach was our reporter for that. Zach, can you tell us about that experience?
Yeah. I mean, as you can imagine, it's kind of just crazy if you have that opportunity to meet one of them, let alone all of them. So I didn't really know what to do because in November we submitted our application, November last year, to Comic-Con, and we didn't hear back for another 2 months. I actually forgot we had sent it in, to be honest. And then we got the email that said we had been approved, and then 6 months later I was in San Diego in the press room. And the actual first instance of craziness happened on the Friday night before their press room. I was walking around the convention center area, and maybe 50 feet away from me, as I was walking on the sidewalk, I just noticed a man who's walking, and I just see his hair from the back. And I thought to myself, in like the space of maybe a second, what went through my mind was, my gosh, that man's hair really looks like Robert Carlyle's. Wow, it really looks like Robert Carlyle's. I wonder if that man, is that, I think that's him. And then he kind of just turned his head, and I saw his profile, and it was him. And I was like, it's Robert Carlyle. And I grabbed my friend, and I was like, it's Rumpelstiltskin in the street. So there was a crowd of people in between us, and he's with his family, and they're walking, and then the crowd kind of just dispersed. And so there's nobody in between us. And my friend said, okay, we either have to go say something to him, or we have to turn around because we're being creepy stalkers right now. And we don't want him to turn around and say, what are you doing following me? So I walked up to him and asked if he was Robert Carlyle, and he said that he was. And, thankfully I had this t-shirt on, and introduced myself, and he took a picture with me, and was so gracious, and I just thanked him for his time, and he walked away with his family, and I just died right there. Kind of melted into this puddle of human happiness, because the chances of that happening are just so small, because there were 150,000 people in town just for the convention, plus the local people who were out walking around. So the only way I can explain what happened is that it was magic, because there's just no other explanation for that kind of happening. So that was the first instance of craziness. So yeah.
It must have been surreal